How does an air conditioning system work? Air conditioning systems are essential to our daily lives. They allow us to live in a comfortable environment, regardless of the weather conditions outside. In order to understand how an air conditioning system works, we need to know about the four main parts of the system. The compressor is what compresses and heats up the refrigerant gas. This gas then travels through a condenser coil, which cools it down before it enters the evaporator coil. Finally, this cooled gas is sent into your home or office through an air outlet that you can adjust for optimal efficiency and comfort. How does an air conditioner work? An air conditioner works by removing heat from inside a building by using refrigerant gas that is constantly pumped into its coils in order to make it colder than outside. The refrigerant gas is then cooled down by a condenser coil, and this cooled gas travels into the evaporator coil. The air outlet on the back of the unit receives this refrigerant gas, and when it turns on, your house becomes cooler than it would be without an air conditioner. What are the components of an air conditioner? Components of an air conditioner include the compressor, condenser coil, evaporator coil, refrigerant control knob, receiver/dryer and shell. An air conditioner can be used for both heating and cooling purposes. What are the purposes of an air conditioner? Purposes of an air conditioner include to cool a building, to keep a building cool in hot weather, and to set the level of humidity inside your home. What does cool mean on your air conditioner? Cool means to reduce the temperature by removing heat from the inside of the house. What is the difference between a heat pump and an air conditioner? A heat pump is used to transfer heat from one place to another, whereas an air conditioner is used for heating or cooling purposes. An air conditioner cools the temperature of a room that is too hot or heats the temperature of a room to make it more comfortable. A heat pump transfers heat from one place to another, such as moving large amounts of cold water into a hot area in winter. What is a heat exchanger? A heat exchanger transfers the heat from one substance to another, such as exchanging cold water for hot water. What is a fan unit? A fan unit is a device used to increase the amount of airflow. What is an evaporator coil? An evaporator coil transfers heat from the outside air into your home. These are placed inside a refrigerated room so that cold air can be absorbed by the room and warm air can be released by it. How do you turn off an evaporator coil? To turn off an evaporator coil, either use the front panel on the outside or unplug it. What type of wall is typically used in an evaporator coil? A cold wall is typically used in an evaporator coil. What type of door is typically used in an evaporator coil? A warm door is most commonly found on refrigerated rooms. Refrigerator versus refrigerator with freezer. Refrigerator is the common term that refers to a refrigerator with no freezer. It uses cool air to cool food and can range from being a small fridge in your kitchen to an industrial refrigerator located in a warehouse or supermarket. A refrigerator with freezer is often found in your home and it includes a separate compartment for storing food. It is not uncommon to see a refrigerated cabinet as well that can contain either the refrigerator or the freezer. The term refrigerator is typically used in North America while people prefer the term fridge in Europe. How has AC technology changed over time? The history of AC technology is fascinating in its own right. For example, the first AC unit was invented in 1859 by a man named Willis Haviland Carrier and patented in 1902. AC technology has been developing at a rapid pace ever since it was first introduced. Of course, there are still some challenges that need to be addressed before AC can become the standard for home comfort. He started with a fan that blew air to the side and discovered that it was more efficient to cool the entire room rather than just a specific area. His first prototype was built with copper sheets set in wooden frames, but it was so large that it took up the entire room. In 1902, he built a functional but much smaller machine that ran on steam and was designed to cool one small area. The first commercial air conditioning systems for homes were not developed until about 1930, 16 years after Carrier's invention. Carrier recognized that houses needed to be designed around his new invention in order to be effective. He designed a split-level house that would allow natural ventilation through the windows and doors without interference from the machine. In doing so, he created a system of circulation and returned water to the ground via a sump pump, which would be powered by the new invention. What are the 5 lessons that you can learn from the invention of air conditioning? Air conditioning had a huge impact on the world. The invention of air conditioning is one of the most important inventions in human history. The first commercial air conditioning system was installed in 1902. Air conditioning was first introduced in the United States during the 1920s. Subsequently, the first mechanical refrigerators and freezers were introduced in 1904 by Carrier. Many people believed that air conditioning would be able to cause the earth to cool, and this was controversial in the 1960s. 1. Air conditioning is a great example of how inventors can use their creativity to solve problems that are not even considered as problems yet. 2. The invention was not just about cooling the air but also about controlling humidity, which is something that we take for granted now. 3. Air conditioning was one of the first examples of green technology, and it helped reduce pollution in cities. 4. It also helped people with asthma and allergies by providing them with a clean, fresh air supply with less smoke and dust particles in it. 5. It also enabled people to live longer by making them healthier and more active. Innovation and technological advancements. Some inventions have been created in an effort to make the world a more comfortable place. Some of these inventions include methods for cooling, heating, lighting, and refrigerating. One example is the refrigerator that was invented by James Harrison. This invention was made in order to cool meat before it spoiled. There are also devices such as sprinklers and central heating and cooling systems that have been created in order to make our lives more comfortable. Thank you for watching the secrets of the first modern electrical air conditioning unit, and don't forget to subscribe, please.